Hi, my name is Emily Beechwood. This is the Lab 7 Protostomes assignment, and my organism of focus was snails. So snails can be classified. They're part of the kingdom Animalia. They are in the phylum Mollusca and class Gastropoda. Their body organization, so they are going to have bilateral symmetry, which essentially this is the fact that their body can be divided into two mirror image halves and creating a left and right side. So there are also four main parts of the snail. That's going to be their visceral hump, which is contained within the cell. I tried to indicate it here with an arrow, although you can't see on the drawing. And this is going to house a majority of their vital organs and systems. Then there's the head, which has one or two pairs of tentacles. Upper is for the eyes, lower functions for sensory. And then there also has the mouth. And then for the foot, it's going to be a flat muscular organ at the base of the snail. And it is used for locomotion and movement. And then the mantle is the outer layer of the shell that is going to be depositing new layers and also serves various other functions. And as for the shell, it can come in different sizes and is made of calcium carbonate. For their habitat, they can be terrestrial, which on land, or they can also be aquatic, and so that could be freshwater or oceanic, and oceanic are the most diverse species. For food consumption, they have the structure called a radula, and this is a bunch of tiny teeth that scrape food particles from a surface, and the morphologies of this radula can vary among species, so this will be helpful in determining different snail species. Not going to get too much into that, but and then while they are predominantly herbivores, these gastropods can also be carnivorous, omnivores, even include some parasitic species. And so the majority of their diet will be algae or plants, and then dead plant and animal matter. But if they're carnivorous, they'll also eat earthworms, among other things. And then snails also have a very well-developed digestive tract, which is very important. Their predator-prey relationship, snails are considered pretty low on the food chain, although they still do prey on some things, such as other snails, in which they can make a hole in the victim's shell and insert their head to feed. And then also they may eat worms or fish eggs if they're in an aquatic environment. And then they have a variety of predators such as beetles, millipedes, flies, mites, nematodes, other snails, mice, squirrels, small mammals, and the list goes on. Some of their evolved unique traits, one of those is going to be the secretion of mucus, which has two important roles within itself, which are defense mechanism, because it is a slippery substance and it can also contain toxins, which is still kind of being studied, but and then it also serves protection from desiccation of the snail or drying out, so the mucus is going to help maintain that moisture. Some other evolved traits are large muscular foot, the mantle as previously mentioned, mantle cavity, radula, and the visceral hump or mass. On the tree of life, as you can see the image here, this is a large tree, I know, but I tried to circled in the red here. If you look towards the bottom left, that is where snails are going to fall on the tree of life. As you can see, they are pretty far down, but they still serve a huge importance in the environment. And so they're a major group of mollusks in the class Gastropoda, and so they represent that successful ancient lineage in this animal kingdom. And then lastly, they're going on to their ecological role and importance. They offer a variety of medicinal roles. I think a lot of that's from their mucus. There's certain components of that. And then they are also water purifiers or filter feeders by eating the algae and debris. And then they're a food source of many cultures and other organisms in the ecosystem. And they're, because of this, or not because of this, but they're high in many essential nutrients, so that's what makes them a good food source. They improve soil quality and transform substances by breaking down and recycling.
Resources, that is all. Thanks and gig 'em.